You may have noticed that after betting lines are first released, the odds might actually change as the game gets closer. Understanding why this happens is really important in sports betting, and it can reveal valuable betting opportunities if you know what to look for. In this video, we're going to explain line movements and what they mean in detail. We'll explain why it happens and how you can use it to your advantage right now. So let's get started. You'll see lines move in all major sports, but it's by far the most common in the NFL. With so much time between games, a lot can happen to make the sportsbook adjust their lines. We'll get into the reasons lines move in a second, but first, let's go over some basics about what usually happens and how you can cash in on it. Generally, when lines do move, they move in favor of the underdog. Let's look at an example to show you what we mean. Imagine the opening lines have the Chiefs at -9.5 and the Browns at +9.5. If the line does move, it's more likely that the Browns will receive points in their favor as the week goes on. That means if you like the opening numbers on the favorite, it's usually a good idea to lock in your bet early. If you're planning to bet on the underdog, however, it can pay to be patient and to wait a few days to see if the line moves. Your patience might pay off with better odds and a better bet. In addition to point spreads changing, you'll also see the odds on other bets like money lines and over-unders change too. Injuries and other team or player events can definitely cause lines to change, but the most common reason for line movement has more to do with how people are betting on the game. It all comes down to how sportsbooks work. Some people think that when you lose, the sportsbook wins, but that's not exactly true. Sportsbooks actually try to balance their action on both sides of every bet. Since they charge a 10% commission for taking your bet, if the action is balanced, they're guaranteed a profit regardless of who wins. Let's go back to our example from before with the Chiefs and the Browns. Let's say the sportsbook releases their lines for the games with the Chiefs listed at -9.5. The betting public knows the Chiefs are a lock and everyone puts their money on them to win. Now the sportsbook has a problem. If they don't get the same amount of action on the Browns, they might actually take a big loss if the Chiefs win. One way they can get more people to bet on the Browns is by moving the line to offer better odds. When you see betting lines changing slowly over the course of a few days, it's usually because more of the betting public is taking one side of the action over the other. When you see faster and more drastic changes, it can mean high rollers or a betting syndicate has bet a big amount all at once. This is especially true when the line moves in the opposite direction to what you're expecting. In these situations, consider following the smart money and putting a bet on that side too, even though the line has already moved and the odds are a bit worse. One of the coolest tricks for taking advantage of moving lines is called betting the middle, and it actually lets you put action on both teams to win the same game. To learn how to profitably bet the middle and lots of other strategies, check out more of our comprehensive guides and videos available for free on WSN.com. Thanks for watching and good luck.